You get paid, and before you even touch the money properly, half of it already gone. Loan payment, credit card, salary deduction, partner draw, hire purchase. Some workers not even working for themselves anymore. They just working to catch up. A lot of Jamaican workers feel trapped financially, not because they're lazy, not because they don't work hard, because debt slowly becomes part of survival. One loan turns into two, then one emergency happen, then another bill show up. Now every month starts with pressure already. And after a while, owing money starts feeling normal. People start saying things like, I saw life steer, everybody owe, we just trying to survive. But living like that drains people quietly, mentally, emotionally, financially. Because when salary already promised away before payday even reach, you never really feel stable. Most debt problems don't start from recklessness, they start from pressure. One rough month, one emergency, one small loan for help out, then life keeps happening. And instead of fixing the money structure causing the pressure, debt becomes a temporary solution. So every new problem gets solved with more borrowing. And eventually, workers stop borrowing for emergencies only. Now, debt starts covering normal living too: food, bills, transport, back to school expenses. That's when things starts getting dangerous. Mistake number one: using debt to maintain lifestyle. Sometimes people borrow money just to maintain appearances. Too much online shopping, too much eating out, too much pressure to look okay. And small spending today become big pressure next month. Mistake number two: no clear debt plan. A lot of workers juggling multiple payments with no real structure. So every month feels confusing. One payment late, one next payment partial. Then interest quietly keeps growing in the background. No salary fighting debt every month and debt usually winning. Mistake number three: having no emergency backup. This is one of the biggest traps. When there's no emergency money, every problem becomes borrowing. Car issue, loan, phone damage, credit card, unexpected expense, partner draw. So debt slowly becomes the emergency funding. So, how do you start fixing this? Simple, not fast, not flashy, simple. Step one: stop adding new pressure. Before anything else, slow down the borrowing, because if new debt keeps entering, nothing changes. Step two: separate your salary properly. Before spending starts, split your money clearly: bills, debt payments, living money, small savings. Debt should have its own section, not random leftover money. Step three: focus on one debt at a time. Don't mentally fight every debt equally. Pick one, clear it first, then move to the next. Progress feels easier when you can actually see movement happening. Step four: build a small emergency cushion. Even a small backup changes how people handle stress, because now every little problem doesn't automatically becomes another loan. This week, write down every debt clearly, not in your head. Actually write it down. Amount owed, monthly payment, due date. Because confusion keeps people stuck longer than reality sometimes. Most workers don't need complicated financial advice. They just need a simple structure that stops debt from controlling the entire paycheck. Financial pressure usually starts affecting people long before they ever talk about it openly. So here's the real issue: debt becomes dangerous when it turns into survival. And for many workers, no money structure, no emergency backup, constant pressure, reaction spending keeps restarting the cycle every month. But once money gets separated properly, things stop feeling so out of control. Progress starts small first, then confidence follows. And one thing people don't realize about financial pressure is how much it affects performance at work. Because when your mind constantly stressed about money, it follows you everywhere. Next video, why financial stress is ruining your work performance. Watch that next. Stay informed, stay protected. Don't just work hard, work smart. Know your rights, Jamaica.